Illinois is about to get way worse because they are going to pass that assault weapons ban.
Committee members said their intention today was to sit and listen to every single testimony that was presented to them, regardless of what side of the issue that person is on. They also encourage folks to continue showing their support and voicing their concerns.
Everybody has guns. They're everywhere. And it's not just my department. Chicago's the same way. Each year, we break the record from the previous year. So not only is it the amount of the weapons has exploded, but the lethality is absolutely stunning.
You just seen Tom Dart. Tom Dart is the same person who is on a documentary about Cook County Jail and sympathizing with the inmates. He's the same person who was like, we need to give them a doubt because a lot of them suffer from mental illness. I believe a lot of people suffer from mental illness, but it's obvious in Cook County Jail, a lot of them act like that so they don't have to be in population. Tom Dart is the same person, and he's a Cook County sheriff. He's the same person that sympathizes with people. He said that every year we surpass the killings that we did the previous year. Duh! When you live in an area, in a city that's plagued by poverty, it's going to be extreme violence. Tom Dart, shut the F up forever. You just a person that don't really have to deal with protecting yourself.
The law enforcement panel, which is made up of city, state, and county officials, kicked off today's hearing, showing support for House Bill 5855, also known as the Protect Illinois Communities Act.
I get lots of emails about us taking away guns, taking away these weapons from people. This bill, as I read it, the intent is simple: to ban the sale and not ban the weapon.
That is the most ignorant thing that I heard come from a person like that. He said the bill is not to ban guns, to take away guns. It's to ban the sale. What is that? Because from what I heard, we're going to have 300 days to register if we have an assault style weapon, which is a made up word. Illinois has always been plagued with violence. A lot of our neighborhood comes from criminals. Deville is named after a person who was drunk and he was riding his boat. He ended up crashing his boat because he was drunk, so he claimed the land as his. He ended up killing the person who owned the land, even though they took him to court and won every time. They named it Deville. So that should tell you why there's extreme violence here. Back then it was even cracking. Here you're trying to take away weapons from law-abiding citizens, knowing that majority of the guns don't come from Illinois. These assault weapons and assault-style weapons don't come from Illinois. That's how ignorant they are, man. I feel they are so stupid. You are not listening to nobody. The Protect Illinois Act or whatever it's called, that's bullshit. The people that's rallying behind this bill that want this to be passed, I swear on everything, every video I've seen, every picture I've seen, every time I watch the news, it ain't black and brown people that's doing it. It's people that live in the suburbs, Naperville, where they already banned assault weapons. Highland Park, Libertyville, Bolingbrook, Wheating, Prospect Heights, Elmhurst, LaGrange, these small towns outside the city limits of Chicago where there's virtually no crime. If it's crime, it's people stealing packages. And I'm sorry to say this, man. They only passing this bill to make it harder for minorities. I'm sorry. This is to punish the poor for something that they put in motion.
The bill would also make it unlawful for a person to knowingly possess such a weapon, a 50 caliber rifle, a 50 caliber cartridge, and high-capacity magazines 300 days after the bill takes effect, unless registered with the Illinois State Police. Opponents of the bill say it will bring more problems and a legal battle.
Gun owners are tired of being blamed for every madman, every criminal, and every other depraved act that 2.5 million gun owners didn't do. And we're not here to negotiate. I'm here to tell you that if House Bill 5855 or anything remotely like it passes, we will see you in court.
You heard that, right? You got to register your gun. You got to register your assault weapon, your high-capacity magazine, which I think that's a made-up term too. You gotta register these things. You gotta register a magazine. I think that registering your guns is the stupidest thing you can do, because if they just ban it all right out, the ATF, they can just come and take your guns. I think that shit is stupid. Illinois is stupid. This dude holding up a 50-round drum and a 30-round clip. How you gonna tell me I don't need that to protect myself? When all these criminals, all these crazy motherfuckers is running around hurting people. Motherfuckers still gonna get it. People, remember, bad people don't follow the rules. We break laws every day and we don't even know it. If you don't know in Chicago already, you can't have over 15 rounds. You got one in the head, you better have 14 in your clip, or they can charge you. They can charge you federally. I don't know if y'all knew that. And I feel like that's the stupidest shit ever. So they're trying to limit it to 10 rounds. Majority of semi-automatic pistols are over 10 rounds nowadays. Illinois don't have that many jobs. Rent is high. I grew up on the west side of Chicago, though, in the Austin area. Really bad. Garfield Park. Really bad. All the media talk about is the south side. Really bad. Wild Hunted. Bad. But you saying that I don't need to protect myself with a 30-round clip, with a 50-round clip. This assault weapon that you're talking about, like the dart dude that I was just talking about. This dart dude, he doesn't live in the area. He probably lives, I'm just making a guess. If he live, he'll live like near downtown, near west side area. He's a cop. He can carry his gun. They don't like civilians having guns because they do a whole bunch of bullshit here. And I'm sorry to say, man, I'm not into politics, but Democrats have historically fucked everything up. Why the fuck are they even voting on this? Do better background checks. Someone in one of my other videos, he believes that background checks is unconstitutional. Hey, so shout out to you for watching my video, but I think that's crazy. One of my subscribers. I think that sounds crazy because there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers. I believe they're trying to make this hard for poor people, for people. Because there's no middle class in Chicago. Either you have money or you're poor. There's no middle class. All these politicians in Illinois didn't give a fuck until a clown shot up a prominent town like Highland Park. If you don't know what Highland Park, Illinois, a lot of wealthy people stay. That's where a lot of movies is shot. Ferris Bueller, Home Alone, just to name a couple. Where all the NBA players stay if they're not downtown. So a motherfucker that look like them, don't look like me. A motherfucker that looks like them, dressed up as a female to disguise himself to get away. And he shot a whole bunch of motherfuckers. And his dad signed off on his FOID card. And you trying to punish poor people who can't live in Highland Park or these upscale neighborhoods. What type of shit is that?
There is no sane person who's going to sit there and say, in our society, we should have these. And folks, we all will be judged by history.
Mr. Dart, shut the fuck up forever. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry if I'm swearing, but I need to. It's upsetting me. He said no sane person needs these. How the fuck you gonna tell me what the fuck I need to defend myself or protect my family or protect anybody around me? Are you fucking stupid? You're a white man with a good job. Yeah, you work at Cook County Jail, which is crazy, but you have a good job. Knowing you don't gotta deal with the issues that we deal with. Cause 9 times out of 10, I could tell you this. You go to a black neighborhood and Tom Dart walking around, he would not get bothered. If you go to a Hispanic neighborhood, you would not get bothered. You would not get bothered. How the fuck you gonna tell me I can't defend myself? And a lot of these people that supporting this, that standing out there protesting to pass this law, they do not have to deal with the same struggles that somebody that's living in the city of Chicago got to deal with. A lot of them is from the suburbs. If you watch a video like this one.
Meanwhile, advocates for the bill gathered outside of Senator Dick Durbin's office, urging him to schedule a vote.
We don't have time to wait for another mass shooting to occur in Illinois, and I stand here with survivors of that very event in Highland Park, as well as a physician who treated victims that day.
On this third day, the committee also heard from various advocacy groups. This was the third and final hearing pertaining to the matter, but the board said they will continue the discussion and the conversation next month in Springfield.
Now, you see, a lot of them people aren't people that got to deal with the same struggle as somebody that's living in the inner city or in a dangerous neighborhood, because there's going to be shootings regardless. So, ma'am, you need to shut the fuck up. Now, I feel for the people that had to experience that traumatic event at the Highland Park thing, but I'm sorry. If I got shot in the hip with an AR-15, I would say, we got to load up these guns, because I can't let that happen again. People done tried to take my life 3 times since I've been back in Chicago, and I just moved back. I don't gangbang. I don't do none of that. Carjacking's going crazy. Me and my family, we have to get firearms to protect ourselves. We have to here. So I think everybody that's voting to pass this, you need to shut the fuck up or you need to move. Illinois don't have self-defense laws like that. It's not to protect you when it comes to self. If you think about coming here, unless you got some money to stay away out in the burbs somewhere, don't move here. All the companies left here because it's so dangerous and taxes is going up. These are the same people making decisions for us. This Safety Act is going to make shit horrible until they have to change it in 10 years. If I really believe this bill will get passed, they're going to keep it for about 10 years. People die every day. We have at least 10 or 15 murders a night and like 40 shootings a night. J.B. Pritzker, shame on you. Lori Lightfoot, you shouldn't even be the mayor of Chicago because you ain't from here. You from Ohio. Time for all of us pro-gun people to get the fuck out of Illinois. Chicago is already running itself in the ground, dog. Peace out.